Hi everyone, Allie here from Paint&Go Studios, and we are back painting for the game Malediction. Today we will be focusing on one of the seekers for the faction box set, the Order of the Shattered Thrones. In this tutorial, Matt will be showing you how to paint your seeker so that it is ready for battle in just a few easy steps. Let's get started.
Today Matt will be painting Sigrith Andravos, Seeker of the Order of the Shattered Throne. Matt has already gone ahead and primed the model white. Starting with lead belcher, mix 1:1 ratio, and using a small detail brush, we will paint most of her armor, as well as her weapon, like so. Please make sure you don't spill over onto her face, cloth, and the base. Remember to do the back of her feet and legs as well. At this point, you can also do the guy on her base. Your model should look something like this. Now moving on to Retributor armor, we're going to be mixing a 1:1 ratio, and with a fine detail brush, we will be filling in the rest of her armor. We will be starting with the front and making sure we do her shoulder pads, the back of her elbows, the edge of her shield like so, her knee area, the handle on her weapon, and the crown. Please be careful at this step. This is how it should look. And don't forget to do the fallen banner on the base. Using Black Legion, we will be mixing a 1:1 ratio, and we will apply the color to her belt, undershirt, pants, and gloves. Please take your time with the step, as you will have to go under the cloth and between the armor. You will also repeat the same steps for the guy on Sigrith's base. It should start looking something like this. We will use dried bark for the wood on the shield. Mixing a 1:1 ratio and using a very fine detailed brush, we will apply it very carefully as to not get it onto any of the white paint. Next, you will use the same color and you will paint the guy's hair. Cadian flesh tone will be used for the faces. You will use a 1:1 ratio and a fine detailed brush. Next, we will use Mephiston red and apply it onto the fallen banner. We will start in the front and work our way to the back. We will also do the guy's shoulders and his cloak. Matt has already gone ahead and done this step. Next, we will use Nuln oil, and by mixing 3 parts water to 1 part paint, we will use this to give everything some shade. At this step, apply it everywhere with a medium-sized brush, avoiding the faces and the rocks on the base. Now we will use Agarath's Earth Shade, and straight from the pot, we will heavily apply it to the rocks of the base. This can be achieved with a medium-sized flat brush. We will use Reikland Flesh Shade by mixing 2 parts water to 1 part paint and applying it to both faces. As a bonus step, you can mix Corax White and Cadian Flesh Tone and apply it to the raised edges, which is the nose and the cheeks of the flesh, to give it more definition. We will now use Corax White, and with a medium-sized brush, you will dry brush the raised edges of her cloth. You will use Black Legion again for the pupils of their eyes. Please take your time. Now we will take Xandria Dust, and we will dry brush it lightly over the rocks at the base. It should have a dusty effect at the end. For the tears on the shield, we will use Flesh Terrors Red. By mixing a 1:1 ratio, make sure you use a fine detail brush. As an extra step, we will add the glowing effect. Using only a little bit of the Vallejo pigment Rust, you will dab it all over the base. Make sure there is absolutely no water on your brush to achieve this look. For the last step, you can lightly dust Corax White on the edges of the rocks. This will give it some definition. And there you have it. Sigrith Andravos is ready for battle.